here, back with a new product from RA Tech. Now, this is our new nozzle for the GHK GBB rifle. And I'm going to show you a little closer here and show you this new product and explain to you a little bit what we've done. So, our new nozzle is a hybrid nozzle, which means the body is composite, and the front here, which is a high wear place, is made from steel. So it's a perfect combination for where it hits and wears, that it doesn't flatten out the composite part like some of the older products do. Now, this is our original design of the NPAS, which is negative pressure adjustable system. So we use a magnet in here. If I take this one, you can get a better look at it. And again, you'll see we have our metal tip, and this is a see-through, but we have like the composite body. Then we have a strong magnet that locks in here with a spring. So inside we have an adjustable pressure nozzle, and it has 8 sides. So every time you turn it, unlike threads, you get a click, and you have your different positions. And this magnet system helps it to stay in the position even with the vibration and the large movement of the gun, whereas some other threaded systems would change over time. So going back to this nozzle here, it's available online just with the nozzle itself, or you can buy it with the L-shaped tool, which if you haven't had a nozzle in the past and you don't have either one of these tools, you will need a tool to adjust it. The only difference between these two tools is, for this tool, you'll have to take the bolt out of your rifle and put it in the end and adjust. Now, with this tool, and this tool has a universal joint in it. So this tool, you can actually adjust it through the gun. So I'm just going to take the rifle here. We'll put the bolt in. Once the bolt's in place, you see in the locked open position, I have to use the bolt stop here. Once we've got the bolt stop, it's locked in the back position. With this tool, you can get in there and adjust freely from the outside here. So for the little bit of difference in the money, this is quite a handy tool to have. Okay, now using a compressed air magazine, we're going to test the nozzle at maximum capacity. We've got it open all the way, so the feet per second or meters per second will be at maximum speed and consistency. So we're going to try 10 rounds to start out with here. And now we'll quickly check our results here. So as you can see, we're getting around 147 to 149. So you can see it's very, very consistent with the meters per second. It's not changing even about 1% through all 10 rounds. Okay, now that we've tested it at maximum speed and the maximum opening on our nozzle, I'm going to adjust it down with our universal wrench right through the chamber here. And like I said before, it's an 8-sided socket, so every 8 clicks will be a turn. So I think I'm going to try about 16 here and see where we get. So okay, so that's 2 complete turns or 16 clicks. Now we're going to try it again and see what kind of feet per second or meters per second and consistency we get. Okay, so I've adjusted our RA Tech NPAS nozzle down to about 2 turns, or probably about halfway close, and we're going to see the meters per second and the consistency now through 10 rounds. Okay, and now we're going to check our results again. So as you can see, it brought it down to around that 135 or 136 meters per second. And again, you can see from the results, all really consistent, still within probably 1% or so. Okay, so you can see from the last results, we brought it down from around the 150 some down to 135. Now we're going to adjust it down again. So as you're adjusting lower on our nozzle, it gets more extreme as it's closing up. So we moved 15 by 2 turns last time, but now 1 turn will probably move it a lot more because it's getting closer to being completely shut. So we're gonna give it another maybe 7 clicks and see what we get for a result. So 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so I've adjusted it down again. Now the nozzle's opened about approximately almost 3 turns open now. So we're gonna try it again and see how much that has brought it down and the consistency again. All right, and 10 more shots and see how it's just changed this adjustment. Oh, sorry, the magazine is empty. So let's take a look at our results from those 6 shots or so. And you can see we brought it down to right around the 120 meters per second. And you can see again, we're really consistent. Still, you know, perfect results there. So we have a really consistent and accurate results with this nozzle. Okay, now we've got the nozzle opened up, so where it's you know, just about fully closed here. We've got it turned out, and we're going to see on how low the speed we can get it to and how consistent we still are. So we're going to try 10 more rounds. And we're going to check the results here. So you can see our results are all like just under 100 here, but well, actually we had something happen with the first one. We had no results here, but you can see the stability is a lot different when you turn it down to almost closed. You get about a 10% variation, you know, from lowest to highest, and it's just not as stable as when you have it in the higher meter per second. Now I've got our nozzle set back to open kind of halfway, and we're going to try the green gas magazines, 1 metal, 1 plastic in full auto, just to see if we can run through a whole magazine on green gas, and it'll lock open at the end. So change over to full auto, and here's our first test. Okay, now we're just going to run through the plastic magazine with green gas on full auto to see how it works. Okay, again, it ran through the whole magazine, no problems, and locked open when the magazine was empty. So as you can see, our new nozzle from RA Tech for the GHK GBB rifle has very consistent results, especially in the higher meters per second. So if you think it would be a good addition to your gun and want to order one online, we have them now available on our Airsoft Taiwan online shop.